He's the king of rock and roll, a cultural icon, known by generations as the single name Elvis.
You know, Elvis was just a separate, I mean, he was an entity.
Like most diehard Elvis fans, Nashville songwriter Lang Martin Jr. remembers the first time he heard the king.
Well, it's the one for the money.
My mom was driving my 7th grade girlfriend and me or whatever to the movies, and Elvis came on the radio, and I just said, "What is that?" And she turned it up, and it was in blue suede shoes. I said, "Well, this is the greatest thing I've ever heard in my whole life."
Little did Martin know at the time, but years later, Elvis would sing one of his songs. A song that would be on top of the charts the day Elvis would die.
Elvis Presley is dead at the age of 42.
Elvis Presley is dead at 42.
I mean, it's apparently literally the last new song that he ever recorded in his life.
Martin doesn't recall exactly when he wrote Way Down, but knows it was in a broom closet of his publisher's office, a tiny space that he was grateful he'd been given to write songs every single day.
Any idea that I write it down, and I have literally just books with pages. Each page has 15 titles on it, and it just happened to be a title.
Martin didn't write Way Down with Elvis in mind, but for years had been knocking on Elvis's door.
They used to keep a card file, and Felton Jarvis was Elvis' producer, and you could call his wife Mary, and she would tell you if you'd ever sent the song before. And I would send these multiple times, and she would say, "Yes, you've sent that 3 times or whatever, you know."
Many years and many attempts later, Martin's tiny window of opportunity opened.
So this one day, this very famous publisher, Bob Beckham, one day he just said, "Lang, do you have anything for Elvis?" And I said, "Yeah, I do." I had 3 songs. I could only put 2, one on each side. We had a fabulous longtime secretary, Shirley. And I said, "Shirley, I have 3 songs that I'm trying to decide. What do you think?" And I kind of decided on these 2. And she said, "Well, I put Way Down on there." And there was the one I wasn't going to put on there.
Martin ended up putting Way Down on that demo, and just a couple of days later got a phone call he'll never forget.
The producer called Ray and said, "Ray, Elvis is going to go bonkers for this song. I just know it. He hasn't heard it yet, but he's going to love it."
Months went by. Martin never heard anything again. So he did what he knew best and sent the demo for Way Down one more time.
I got a call from this girl at Bob Beckham's office. She said, "Lang, Elvis has already recorded this song." And I said, "That's not possible. No, I would know that." And she said, no, he's recorded it. Let me verify that and I'll call you back." And she did, and she said, "Yeah, he recorded it on October 31st or 30th or something at such and such a time, and it's done."
The single came out on June 6, 1977. Martin's wildest dream had come true.
I just held that record and I saw my name and I saw Elvis Presley, and I just said, "This is the most impossible dream that could, how'd that happen?" You know, I drove home to my wife and I held it up, and we just stood in our yard and just, I don't know if we cried or not, but whatever the next best thing to crying is.
Martin watched with the rest of the world as Way Down quickly climbed the charts, making its way to #1 the day that Elvis died. Bittersweet memories of a man he never had the chance to meet, but influenced and forever changed his songwriting career.
Oh God, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, sometimes it's so deep in me that even today, I'll go and get that Pink album and just put it on a CD player and listen to the whole thing, and I know every song that's following, every song, and I can hum it.
Stacey McLeod.
Thank you very much.
Fox 17 News.
Thank you very much. Thank you.